If someone were to ask me what is the best flashlight ever, I'd have to say it's got to be a one mode light, like a keychain light, something that twists and doesn't use a damn button. Like the OLIGHT i3E EOS copper you can get at goinggear.com. You're thinking, that's weird, why? Because they don't take long to review, that's why. The i3E EOS comes in aluminum or copper, like the one reviewed here. It features a Philips Luxion TX LED and a PMMA TIR lens, sort of like what's in the OLIGHT batons. That's a cool white emitter, and it gives a nice bright hot spot because of the optic. How does it operate? Put the battery in, positive end facing towards the lens, and you twist it on and off. Oh, that's it? Yep, one mode, bro. What does it come with? A hard case, an alkaline battery, and one of those rings for a keychain that's already attached to it. You're like, well, how about some dimensions and weight, brah? Well, okay, here you go. Dimensions, weight, with and without a battery. Okay, what about output? Here are my figures and OLIGHTs for the one mode. I'm using an Eneloop here. Boom, done. Now the runtimes. I used an alkaline and an Eneloop and did an editing trick, but you're more than welcome to use alkalines if you like replacing lights that the battery has leaked in, or you like throwing batteries away and spending more money. The Eneloop has a sustained level of brightness longer than the alkaline. However, the alkaline has a slightly longer runtime that's mostly just dim light. The Eneloop has longer sustained brightness till about the 1 hour mark before it dims really quickly, and it ends its runtimes just a few minutes before the alkaline. I prefer the longer sustained brightness of the Eneloop AAAs. Okay, how about the beam shots? Here's a quick size comparison of how big the lights are next to the ones I'm using for the beam shot test. My figures are on screen. First is the copper OLIGHT. Look, there's some light. It's coming out. Cool. Okay, now we're going to the Manker A01, which has a nice warm tint. I prefer warm or neutral tints, and it's also about the same size, but not as bright as the OLIGHT. Back to the OLIGHT for a second, or 5. Then the BLF 348 with the Nichia emitter and a 10440 lithium ion cell. It's pretty bright. Back to the OLIGHT for a second, which has, again, a more cool tint. Then let's do the BLF 348, again on an Eneloop. You'll see that the OLIGHT has a higher Eneloop output than the BLF 348 does. Back on the OLIGHT, and then my IYP 365 Lumen Top pen light. It's a bit of a warmer tint too, but it's a 3-mode light, so it takes longer to review. Cool, back to the OLIGHT for just a second here, then we'll wrap it up. The OLIGHT is a fine, well-machined and looking light. It should take on a nice patina over the years, considering it's constructed out of copper. Copper dulls unless you polish your light often. But that's more of a personal question, isn't it? It's a great gift light and an awesome, simple to use backup light if you already have like a million or just like buying copper things. The tint isn't overly blue, just a nice, inoffensive, cool white, unless you're offended by cool white. And like all the other OLIGHTs I've reviewed recently, there is no visible PWM on any of the mode. Okay, if you like this review and light, buy it at goinggear.com. They provided this for review. Subscribe to my outdoor gear review channel that has jokes and other stuff like the video. Leave a comment. Awesome. Thanks for watching.